Well, school administrators said everyone wanted to take every precaution due to the internet threats.
Yeah, we first talked about this concern last night at 11, and we followed up today with a lot of school officials. They all said it started on social media, and Jordan Moore found out in one county nearly 30% of students stayed home from school today.
Well, Josh, Sarah, threats that were circulating on social media pointing to violence in schools that could take place on today, September 11th. They're ones local law enforcement say had no credibility in our area. But despite that, a low attendance rate at some area school systems show it was something that concerned parents enough to keep their kids at home. September 11th is a day where many of us take time to pause and reflect on events that shocked the nation now 14 years ago. But on this September 11th, some school systems in our area had to spend that time figuring out how to keep their children safe.
We did discuss doing increased security at our schools.
When we spoke to Interim Director of Sullivan County Schools, Evelyn Rafalowski, over the phone Friday morning, she said parents began to reach out to the school Thursday night, worried about threats they had seen circulating on social media.
The topic was that there would be violence in schools, potential violence in schools.
So a collective decision was made to increase patrols. Sheriff Wayne Anderson says all 10 officers on duty today played a role.
They'll be going to all the other schools and walk through the school and making sure things are right.
And while Sheriff Anderson and other local law enforcement say the threats were not credible in our area, other school systems like Kingsport City also stepped up patrols.
We want our parents to know that we're aware of these things, we take them seriously, and for our students to feel safe in schools.
Both Sullivan County and Kingsport schools say they received numerous calls from concerned parents, some even deciding not to send their child to school today. But for Kathy Cope, a parent of a high schooler at Dobbins-Bennett, she felt the threat was not enough to keep her child home.
We know that they do a pretty good job at protecting the kids.
And it was much of the same for CJ and Kim Calhoun, who have a daughter in Hawkins County schools.
Children are harmed in schools that have nothing to do with 9/11. Accidents can happen any day.
Now, while those parents you just heard from there both sent their kids to school, Sullivan County says their attendance rate did dip today at just 71% attendance across the board. Sarah?
Jordan, thanks. Now, we also checked in with other districts in our area, like the Elizabethton City Schools, who said they too had increased patrols throughout the day.